Hi, Cancer. Welcome to your September 2015 love reading. It's Rena here, and I'm doing these readings for the first time. It's been a wonderful experience. You're one of the last signs that I've been reading for, and it's very interesting because I've pulled these cards that seem almost a little bit different from a lot of the other readings. Now, let me just state again for each sign, I've been saying this, is that this is a general reading. Sometimes people forget that, and I forget to say this with either the love readings or the general readings. This cannot possibly be accurate for every single one of you. You might find one or two cards, or maybe even all of them, that apply to you, but this message is really just a way to demonstrate the kind of readings I do in private. And if you want a private reading, you just have to click on the link below. I do love readings where I integrate astrology using your personal data with the cards, because that's the only way that I can really personalize it. Otherwise, if I just use the cards and I didn't talk about the different aspects in your astrological makeup that relate to love, then it would still be incomplete as far as I'm concerned. I want to give you the most information possible. And so for these readings, I hope you can get something from them. You might get one message that you were meant to receive. So that would be more than enough, wouldn't it? So, why I think that this is a little bit different is that I get a lot of family energy from it. And of course, love doesn't have to just be romance, right? So, if you've been concerned about one of your children, or maybe it seems like your family has been torn apart by something, then maybe you can look at it from that perspective. But regardless, Cancerians are really family oriented people. So this should not be surprising to me in the least, but I still am comparing you with other signs, and I just found it quite unique. So the first card I drew that relates to your current situation is the Page of Swords. There may be someone in your life in terms of a child, either yours, or if you're in a second marriage or a domestic partnership of some sort, and there is a child involved who is troubled, who is really kind of wreaking havoc on your relationship with your spouse, that is kind of in the forefront right now. For some of you, it may have nothing to do with a child. It may have to do with a state of mind where you feel the need to really get to the bottom of things and to uncover the truth. Something has been not as it should be, and you're almost like this crusader who is trying to get to the heart of the matter so that the air can be cleared. And if that's the case, that is exactly what you should do, because you cannot live in an atmosphere where there is deception going on. Cancer people are water signs. Water signs are very perceptive psychically, and they can feel undercurrents. And so, even if it's not at the conscious level, it can be very upsetting to you on a subtler level, having this sketchy undercurrent happening while you're trying to live your life. So that is actually a good thing to do. In terms of what the universe wants you to know and the message that it is giving to you at this time, I picked the Ten of Cups, which is a wonderful celebratory card, particularly related to family healing. Either this card is telling you that you don't have to worry, that you will have family harmony restored, though there will be some sort of rift that is healed, or it's telling you that it's a possibility. But either way, you should not worry yourself about any kind of inharmonious situation that just happens to be occurring right now. Just know that there will be something to celebrate, because this is a card of people toasting, and it really does suggest joy, There's no other way of putting it. And the advice that you're being given is the star card. The star card relates to having faith in unseen sources. And this is really important when you're going through a rough patch, particularly because when things seem the bleakest, this is when people start to doubt that they will ever see better days. And I'm not suggesting that Cancer people are down in the dumps, not at all. But for those who have turned to a love reading for some reason, it suggests that you want to be inspired and you want to have something to believe in. And this card is telling you that you have every reason to believe that your wishes will come true. And I forgot to say at the beginning of this reading that these readings I am doing for those people who are single and looking, or who are in a marriage or long time partnership that is unsatisfactory or dysfunctional. And if you're single, the star card may mean yes, you can meet the person of your dreams. Have faith, you can do it. Some people say, God, when is it going to happen? But it happens when it's supposed to happen. And it happens when you are the person that you're supposed to be, when you align with your purpose. That's when everything just starts to flow, right? The action that it's telling you to take is the World card. Now, you see, I just picked two major arcana cards, and actually, the outcome card is a major arcana card as well. So I think that September may yield you some significant shift. The World card is about integrating things. And going back to that Page of Swords, if you are dealing with integrating, let's say, families, let's say you're a blended family and there's one child who is causing problems, I think that it's a matter of everybody getting on the same page. But I will tell you that for those people who see children acting up, it's very easy to get exasperated and just to look at the negative behavior. But if you look at the pain underneath and you really listen to the child, and don't try to impose your will on the child, but just to hear what he or she wants to tell you, that can be the healing that you're looking for. But it is a matter of integrating, and you have to allow every party to get accommodated, because sometimes two adults fall in love and they just say, oh, our families will just be a blended family. And they don't take into account that the children have to adjust. The children didn't fall in love with each other. They're not, they weren't raised together. So it's a little bit short sighted not to think about the children and how they are impacted when people get involved in second marriages and the like. The World card is also about kind of things coming to a culmination. So maybe it's the end of one era and the beginning of another. And that suggests to me that perhaps if there is some ending, like even a marriage ending, maybe there's a divorce decree that has to occur, and then you will be going into a new phase. The World card also points to some accomplishment, realizing your goal, being fulfilled. So this could mean that, you have faith and you get the person of your dreams. Or it can just mean that the star card is you being healed, because it can relate to healing. And then you feel a sense of a culmination and you can move ahead in your life. Maybe there was some other relationship that you needed to forgive and you needed to heal from. And then you feel more like a sense of completion. And what's that? I can't think of that overused term, which is a closure. um, and then the outcome, if you decide to do these things, is the Fool card, another major arcana card. So the Fool card is going into the unknown. And some Cancerians might not want to go into the unknown because they like security. But this is kind of exciting because the unknown is not limited. So you never know what will occur. This is particularly exciting for those of you who are single and looking because it can really point to a number of possibilities, including the fact that you may just decide that you want to be alone for a while and you want to just be the fool exploring with a knapsack and no thought about having a foundation or anything like that. And that is not how Cancerians usually operate. You usually operate from a home base, but maybe there is some reason why this would be more appropriate for you right now. Whatever is going on for you, it points to infinite possibilities. And I don't think it gets much better than that, Cancer. So I will leave it there. And I wish you a wonderful rest of September. And I will talk to you soon. Bye.